Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Mizzle. You watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm back doing a review of Love at the Lockup / Life at the Lockup, Season 3, Episode 20. Before I get started, I want to give a big congratulations, y'all. I made it. Yes, I'm monetized now. I made over 1,000 subscribers. I am very happy that person like me who really I was really hesitant in doing YouTube get to this point that I could make sure my dreams come true. So I want to thank everyone who have been supporting me, the people who has been supporting every my video, making comments, chatting with me, gave me ideas, gave me feedback. I have loved it, every single last one of it. I will do a live stream. I will do a live stream soon of me doing a big 1,000K and monetize. Hooray! Congratulations! And it's only gonna get better from here. I'm gonna try and learn how to do better editing. I'm trying to learn how to do more thumbnails. Trying to do a good intro. I'm trying to do a lot of things. So it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there, y'all. So I'm gonna appreciate. I'm gonna thank everyone who has been supporting my channel so far. All right, Love at the Lockup and Life at the Lockup, y'all. It was a good 1 hour episode. So let's jump right into it. Okay, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about everything. And let's go, y'all. Life at the Lockup. So Scott and Lindsay. It started with them when it ended last week. Was Lindsay found out that Scott reached out to her ex-boyfriend and see what's up with their relationship, how they ended. And the guy said basically, we didn't have a good term. We left off. So Scott made a joke and said, oh, was it lame sex you had? Or is she a psycho? And she didn't like that because he said, why you mentioned that? What was it? What was up with that? Like, come on. And basically he said it was some corny lame or joke, something that he didn't say or thought about when he said, because sometimes guys say things and they don't think about what they're saying. That was his defense. But I ain't need to go into that detail because that wasn't important. But what was important that how she's getting upset that I think he's clocking her. Because Tyra Bell mentioned that Lindsay's only with Scott because he could provide. And she with the guy because he had money. Now, if he can't provide and he can't do much anymore, she will move on to the next. Because Tyra Bell and Lindsay are girlfriends. So she knows Lindsay and she knows Lindsay motivation, intentions with being with Scott. She don't really love Scott. She don't really care for Scott like that. She just like the means of providing. And Scott mentioned that. He said, your motivations with me is that you like that I can provide for your daughter. You like that I can provide for you. And then anything come to me, it's just like, oh, whatever. You not really love me like that. Like, you barely give me any attention in the house. I only get a little bit of time with you. You always on the phone 20, most of the day. You doing this, you doing that, and then I don't get the time for you. She said, well, you get to know me. What you don't know me, you going behind my back, you snooping on my things, you don't even ask about me. You don't trying to get to know me. How you think you think I'll whip you with your money? No, that stuff, and what's up? So how you why I gotta have evil's intentions with you, but yours is more squeaky clean? Like, what's your intentions when being with me? He said, well, I know you're a beautiful girl and everything, all that stuff, but I'm just wondering why you being with me, because it is what it is. So she's getting upset because he's clocking her. Like, he got to the D. And you know, when you get them, they go start getting angry. Say, no, what? You sleep in the couch tonight. You sleep in the couch tonight and everything. And I said, girl, he bought that house. He made that house and everything. You should sleep in the couch. So Lindsay called Tyra Bell. So she's upset. Told about Scott. Scott talked to his friend that he know, Ed. And Ed told Scott, listen, I know one could see why you could be a little hesitant and not trusting Lindsay and everything, but you do need to get to know her and see how she is. Know her for a person as it is instead of going straight off the back and not trusting and doing background checks. Nah, she ain't do all that, but yes, basically it is boyfriend background checks and all that stuff, checking in the books. And he's stupid, so he said, listen, you give me a reason to do, I'm going to do what I do. And you're not trusting each other, so that's it. So she was like, talk about I'm with his money, but he don't have any money, but you staying with him. No, so don't try and play it off like you all with him for love and everything. No, you're not, girl. You just, Because you were sending him all this stuff. I want this. I want that. I want that. So if he the person you don't even have any money. And she mentioned that, oh, I had a pen pal before I even met you. But I ended all that stuff with him because I was you. So obviously I want to be with you. I said, girl, don't try to play that mind trick. Don't play that mind trick. Maybe that other pen pal had before Scott didn't have the money that he has. And I'm comping on the money because Tara Bell mentioned it. So yes, it is true that you is after him for the means that he provide. And for you saying that he don't have all that money, okay, it will remind me of a time when you walk your behind out that door and find somebody else. Mm-hmm. So that's it. She said, I'm so happy that you're going to be parked right next to me and everything. Because when we had this argument, I come right to your trailer. I said, mm-hmm. So you got bump. That's what y'all trying to do. All right, let's move on. I don't got no more for them too. Destiny and Sean. So Destiny went to the hospital and she's not pregnant. I mean, of course, because she went took the pregnancy test, it didn't say she was pregnant, but you always gotta make sure. And she said her stomach is messed up. She's like puking up and she having a bad pain in her stomach and something like happened last time. She had a miscarriage before because it kind of feel like a miscarriage. And she went to the doctor and she was not pregnant, but she had an inflammable intestines. I said inflammable. I said ooh, but it's called inflamed intestines. And so to drink a lot of fluids. They gave her antibiotics and everything, and she's okay. So she went to see her sister. Sean keep blowing up her phone. They got caught, I think the next day, they got a court soon, and she had to go there to find out her sentencing because she could go back to jail for 7 years, up to 7 years. And the credit card company mentioned him and tell him, oh, you spending any money in California? He said, I want her to be around, so I'm going to let her be. I said, you should have cut that card off. She went after you, but yeah, whatever, you dummy. Anyway, so I can't stand him. I'm tired of seeing him, his whole existence. Oh, I can't. And so she went to her sister's house. And basically he was there and said, no, she's good. She had an inflamed intestine. She's not pregnant. She's all right. And she gonna stay there, clear her head and everything. Sean is smothering her. She got the court thing soon. She is stressed. And yes, he worried about that $50,000. I said, yes, you hopping around it because you want that $50,000 back. And if she don't go to court, you gonna lose that $50,000. I said you shouldn't put that up if you so worried about it. Sure. But so Sean called the sister, and I forgot the sister name, so I'm gonna call her sister. Destiny's sister. And Destiny's sister covered for her. I think her name is Brittany. Brittany. And cover her, said, oh no, I ain't ever talked to her. Even though Destiny is right there next to her. So I haven't talked to her, no. Why do you think I talked to her? No. If I hear from her, I'll let her know. No, you know how she probably is. She got the court thing going on. She could go back to jail, so she must be stressed and everything. And just give her some time. She gonna be around. I'm sure she'll make it to the date. And if I hear from her, I'll let her call you. He said, okay. And so Sean said, you know what? Let me go up there. I could come up there and you could know some stuff that she been around. You know some spots she goes to, and I could come up there with you, and we could ride around and find Destiny. And he said, no, I don't even know the friends she goes to see. I don't even know all her hangout spots. No, just let it be. Yeah, cause she don't want him to come up there and know that Destiny is in her house. And he said, okay, cool. If you hear from your sister, have her call me and everything. And I said, That's that, y'all. Chevelle and Quaylon. Okay, y'all. So Quaylon left out last week because she busted him. He has been cheating. He has been seeing other females and stuff and contacting them while at the same time he was talking to Chevelle and all that stuff. Like I said, if he's in prison, that's the prison talk. They say whatever they want to say to you to make sure you get to stay by their side. It's not making it right, but that's what they do. That's why you don't have too many faith in what they say in prison. And like one of my subscribers said, that they will lie to their POs. So what make you think they will lie to you? Yes, that is true. So she doing all this. She said, I did everything for him. I do that. So I said, yes, she provides. She provide money for him, put him in the commissary, get him clothes, got him a car when he get out. Yes, he got it made. He did have it made. I ain't gonna lie. She was doing a lot for him. But he didn't make her do that. She did that because she's in love with him. So when you're in love with someone, you do what you want to do. It's not like you gave him as a loan and he had to pay you back. You did it because you want to do it, because you were so in love with him and he was in prison. How much can he do for you? He didn't prove anything to you for you to do all that stuff for him. But yes, he get it. And I don't like when people think that, oh, because they provide for you and they do all this stuff for you, that you have to be obligated to be back to them. It's like, yeah, but don't use them or stuff. But you providing, what more people gonna say no? If you giving, they will say no. I mean, especially if it's not a loan. So, one more people, what people would deny you giving them gifts? Okay? I mean, you may not feel used, it may not be right for them to be using you, but at the same time, you can't be giving it out, expecting something in return if you're not sure. I mean, she was going by his words, which I understand, but she should have just waited until he out and see how he moves. And now you realize you gave all your stuff to him, and he was having all these other affairs. I was like, listen, this guy been in jail for a long time. What make you think he will not be out there doing him? He will. He will. He had freedom. It's a different story when they're inside. They would say other things. I said, oh, yeah, this is their vision of life. Oh, yes, we're going to be good. We're going to be married. We're going to do this and that. And when they get out, they know they have the freedom. They don't have nobody telling them what to do 24/7. They don't have the curfew. They have a lot of things. I mean, unless they're on parole and they had a curfew to be in the house. But once they're off parole, they could do whatever they want to do. So what make you think he going to be staying around? I mean, I don't know, Chevelle. So she was like, I'm so done. Maybe I want to be single. I mean, she was doing all that prep talk, like females who gave their prep talk to say they over the person when they actually they not really too over them. So she said, oh yeah, maybe I'll be single. Maybe I'll do this. And all I said, she never mentioned Maila at once. But every time before, when they have a heated argument, deep thing, she always mentioned her daughter. But now she said, oh, maybe I should be single. Yes, he on that stuff. And he said, oh, Quaylon had me blowing up my phone. I said, I don't know. Maybe he don't got nowhere to go. He will have somewhere to go. He could go to his mother's house in Texas and no problem. So he got somewhere to go. So I don't think he had nowhere to go. I don't know why he would be calling her like that after y'all just split up. But whatever. I guess he was like, listen, she be providing all this stuff for me. Shoot, let me continue to reap the benefits. Why I go starting something new when I had something right here? But I said, well, you should have thought about that before you were doing all that stuff. But I'm knocking this game because that's what most people do. They been in jail for so long, and they get out. Yes, they go soak their oats and everywhere else, but doesn't make it right. He shouldn't have cheated, but I'm not surprised. He shouldn't have cheated. So let that relationship be ended and let it be done of it. But I know Chevelle's not too done with him. So the mom called D-Mark, the cousin that got on Chevelle behind and then got on Quaylon, which I said fine. Now the reason why we found out he was so hard on Quaylon, because he was Quaylon. He was that person. He was the one that Quaylon was doing now. He was the one who was giving all sweet talk to nothing to the person that he was with, giving all that pipe dreams, and when he got out, and then it lasted for like 2 weeks. So he knows the game. But he said when he got out, he had nothing. He had nobody to rely on. Nothing like that. But I would say you were saying you was doing that stuff, so you had nobody to rely on. All that stuff. But I guess he didn't have that, Quaylon was getting. A car, roof, clothes, all that stuff. Phone. So he had nothing. So that's why it was like, listen, he didn't even show what he had to, he didn't even show you. And that's showing much about his character. He just was using you. I was like, okay. Maybe that could be true. It could be true. Like I said, he's out now, so I judge about his action, not his out. And he has been doing him. It wasn't all about Chevelle at that time when he got out. It was all about him enjoying his freedom. While in a relationship, he was enjoying his freedom. And sucks as it is, I don't think they should be with each other. So it was said, she said, I'm done with him. I'm done with him. He said, good for you. And the mom said the best one to get over a man get on under a new one, or get on top of a new one. And said, so you don't want him? Delete his number off the phone. That's D-Mark, the cousin. And she said, okay, and she trying to play it off. She said, here, see. He said, why, that's so fast. Let me see, let's see. They said, here, see, click. I said, that girl gonna go right back in that room and get that number right back. She wrote that number down somewhere. Don't play her. She gonna have a backup number or a backup way. Backup files of that number. Shoot, she ain't playing that. Shoot, She ain't that done. And she said, I don't know. It just said, I'm just still in love with him. I said, We'll see, Chevelle. We'll see, Chevelle. All right, move on. Sarah and Michael. So Sarah is going to see Challenge Face Michael. That's his nickname. I forgot to give him a nickname last week. But I gave him a nickname before, and I forgot to say his nickname last week. So Challenge Face Michael is the reason why I call him that. I don't know. His face was, I can't. Face. So she wanted to talk to him before the court date the next day. And I guess it's the family court proceeding. He refused to sign the divorce papers. I don't know why he not signing the divorce papers. I guess he's doing that because he could have access to Sarah. Don't sign the paper. He still could be legally married. But he's claiming he's single. I said, if you single, you can't be single when you're legally married. That's not right. So sign that papers and move on for your life. According to him, he's done with Maria. I said, oh, the Maria who was all on Sarah's face, that you left her and had to pick up Sarah's face when you were curved up behind. And so you left her for good. You don't even know what happened. I mean, recently he's in jail for child endangerment. I guess it was probably the Maria child that he left the child in a hotel room when he was going out getting something for hours and hours and hours and left the child by himself. I said, oh my God. So technically he back to jail. And he was talking to Sarah. Sarah came over there. He said, oh, I thought you come over there because you want to get pinged. I said, challenge face. He is so full of himself. And she said, yo, Michael, I didn't tell Malcolm that me and Challenge Face Michael had sex before and everything because Lord knows what was on his mind. All that stuff. And she was like, you didn't want to sign papers and let you know about the court? He said, yeah, I got the papers. Yeah, I know about court tomorrow. You trying to get full custody and my daughter is full custody of my children. I would say you hardly been there. You barely been there at all. So why she can't get full custody? Whatever. I mean, you got legal rights. Go to court. Let's hand it out. But you got no permanent place to stay. Where's your income? You going around having sex with different females. Like, you got no stabilization in your life. So why judge would consider you have 50-50 custody? And he said he got a place in Florida. Florida where? You don't live in Florida. Your girlfriend Maria's live in Florida, but you said you was done with her. So how you live in Florida? So does his family live in Florida? No, I don't think so. So he said, okay, cool, whatever. We're going to take this in court. It is what it is. No. He want 50-50 custody. I said, 50-50? No, she said, you're not taking my child the only way Florida, 50-50, and you don't even got no place to stay. No, we're not having that. We not doing that. So we're going to see you in court, and that's it. And score her out. Bye. And then he met up with his homegirl, Haley, which I think homegirl / sex buddy, because he was all calling old baby, booski, cutie, sexy, all that stuff. I said, okay, you doing that, filling her of booty when he was hugging with her and telling her everything. And he said, yo, she got a boyfriend now and everything, and it was so messed up. My daughter's birthday party, which you didn't even know about. You didn't even pinch it for no cake or nothing like that. And you so worried about the daughter's birthday. And said, oh, she got a boyfriend want me to meet him before the party. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, meet him for the party. And he said that was a good look. I said, listen, yes, I granted, I understand why he feels type of way because, listen, it's his daughter's birthday, but she was dealing with Michael for a while, so the kids know him and all that stuff, and she's comfortable, and he's not bad and everything. I said maybe he should have sat out the party, and he should set this one out. And Mike was upset about it, all that stuff, to make him jealous. I guess it was to make Michael mad that Malcolm's around, that she can move on. But hope she not using Malcolm, because he seems like he's a good guy. Just to get under freaking challenge face Michael's skin. Because it seemed like it. Alright, and then, yeah, he talked to Haley and they had that little talk and he talked about all that stuff. He said, oh, she was doing this, trying to make me a boyfriend at the party, and I gotta be careful what I say because she could put a plug on me. And make it seem like he's a saint. And she's all on her. Like he didn't do nothing. And she said, "Oh, you're a good dad. You're a good dad." I said, "Girl, who is you? Don't be a cheerleader. Don't be a cheerleader. We don't ask for nobody cheerleading up in his face. No, we don't need no cheerleaders. All right, let's move on. Lamar and Andrea. So Lamar is taking Priscilla to see his other daughter Shantae, and Andrea called them while she was selling the house, and he told her that he taking Priscilla to a beach. So I said, "Oh, he's lying," but he actually did go to a beach and everything, but he didn't tell Andrea that he was taking Priscilla to see his other daughter, because Andrea technically don't want Priscilla, or I guess none of his kids, or none of her kids, to be meeting his side of the family, or don't want Priscilla knowing Shantae and everything. That's messed up. Lamar, you cannot have a woman go trying to put in between you and your daughter. Tell Andrea to step the hell back. That's not her daughter, and that's you. You missed most of your daughter's life being in prison. Now you got a chance to be there as a father and a daughter, or as a man to a woman and all that stuff, and be there. Shantae is 27 years old, a beautiful daughter, and you missed out more of her life on her. Now she kind of jealous that Priscilla is get to have the opportunity to her father that she didn't have. But Priscilla said most of her time growing up, her father's in prison, so they got some parallelism between those two lives. But the fact that Lamar is there now for Priscilla that Shantae didn't get, it's hurt. And I could say she was hurt. But she's had to sit down, she talked to Priscilla, and they had a little nice conversation, and he appreciate that. And Shantae let him know, so you shouldn't let no woman, your wife, to get in between us or in my relationship with you. You gotta let them know. And he said he gotta put his foot down. He got to do that. He said, ain't no way I'm gonna let her or anybody else, woman, whatever other stuff, tell me to get my relationship between my two daughters and my relationship. I said, oh, you hear that? You better, Lamar. Okay? So Andrea took Tennyson to see a person, the mission mentor, whatever it is. And Tennyson supposed to go to a mission for 2 years because he's 18. That's a rite of passage in Mormonism for men. And he is not really feeling it. He's not really feeling it. It's like he's not against his faith and everything, but everything that's going on at home right now, he is very apprehensive of going. Okay, he said he don't want to leave when Lamar and Andreas keep arguing, and that his little sister is got to be growing up in a negative household, and he don't want to leave his sister behind. But I don't know what his sister Nyland's at. Maybe she's in school, in college, something like that. And I feel for him for that, to want to worry about his little sister, and he don't want to go. So she's up there trying to put a brave face on this guy named Martin. That is his name. Yes, that's gonna be his name right now. No, Matt. And he said, nah, it's so much good. She said, I don't know why you embarrassed me for bringing up this freaking thing. I didn't know he would feel it like that. He brought it in front of this person, putting out with all our family business. And he said, no, I'm not going. He's not going right now because he wanted to China. She said she wanted him to go to Ghana. He was like, no, I can't. There's so much stuff going on home. She said, no, I didn't know you were feeling that way. No, we'll be good. She said, no, you're not. And she's not thinking about parenting. So he got her. She said, oh, you cannot be embarrassing me. You got to go, all that stuff and everything. And she said, I'm not taking no for an answer. And he needs to clear his head. He said, he need to go apologize. I said, he is not apologizing. You better go apologize your damn self because he's not apologizing. Tennyson said right outside that he was not going back right now. And I said, oh, Andrea, see, your whole facade is cracking. Because your son told you straight up. He said, I'm not going 2 years. A long time when you have my sister in this freaking crazy environment that you have right now. No, that's not happening. But I said, I hear that, Tennyson. I'm with you. I am 100% with you. Sure. And I don't know he's so keen on, he's not against his faith, but I don't know he's so keen on going somewhere, a mission and doing all this other stuff and everything. I just he want to make his own decisions. Too much pressure because Andre has pressure him. And so let that boy make a decision. He's 18 years old. He's grown enough to make his own decision now. I guess he's still legally under your guardianship, but he's still legally adult in some ways, so he can make decisions himself. Okay? But that was Life at the Lockup, y'all. Please tell me how y'all feel about this episode. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me your thoughts, and I'll talk to y'all later, alright? Peace.